Hello. In continuation with surface areas and volume class 10th part 3, we are taking today exercise 13.2 questions. Okay. In this exercise, we'll have to discuss about the volumes of combination of solids or the volumes of cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone, whatever it is. But basically, we are using the volume of combination of solids, right? Volume of combination of solids, volume of cone, you know that, volume of cylinder pi r square h, volume of cone 1/3 of pi r square h, volume of cube, area base multiplied by height, volume of sphere 4/3 pi r cube, hemisphere 2/3 pi r cube. Okay. So using this, and in this exercise 13.2, whenever in exercise 13.1 I told you whenever something is scooped out from it, then the curved surface area or the surface area will be increased. But in case of volume, nothing will happen. When we are going to join two faces, when we are going to join two solids, then the volume will be added to both the faces. Okay. So this is the simple and direct questions. One or more figures we are using, their volumes will be added. Okay. If something is hollowed out from it, the volume will be subtracted. Exercise 13.2. Question number 1. A solid is in a shape of a cone standing on a hemisphere, with both their radii being equal to 1 centimeter and the height of the cone is equal to its radius. Find the volume of the solid in terms of pi. Very simple question. We'll make a diagram first. A solid is in a shape of a cone standing on a hemisphere. It's a combination of solid, hemisphere. On the hemisphere, one cone is standing in such a way. Conditions are there. Conditions like their radii being equal to 1, radius equal to 1 centimeter, and height of the cone is equal to the radius. So height of the cone is also 1, that is also 1. Everything is 1. Okay. Find the volume of the solid in terms of pi. Volume of solid, you think that volume of solid is equal to what? How many figures are using here? There are two solids are using. One is a cone, second is a hemisphere. So volume of cone plus volume of hemisphere is equal to volume of solid. Volume of solid is equal to volume of hemisphere plus volume of cone. That's it. Volume, and we are getting the answer in terms of pi. So we are not going to put the value of pi 22.7 or 3.14. Volume of hemisphere, formula 2/3 pi r cube. What is the radius? I am writing here first r cube. Plus volume of cone 1/3 pi r square h. Okay. 2/3 pi r. Radius is 1 cube. Plus 1/3 pi. Radius is 1 square and height is also 1. 2/3 pi plus 1/3 pi. 2/3 plus 1/3, 3/3 pi. Pi centimeter cube. How it is coming pi? Taking LCM 3. LCM is 3. 2 pi plus 1 pi. 3 pi by 3. 3 cancel. It is pi centimeter cube. Okay. So this is the answer of that. The volume of solids is equal to pi centimeter cube. Question number 1 completed. Now let us see question number 3. Second question for you. Hope you will solve the question and get the answer. After solving the question, it is very necessary for you to see the answer from the answer sheet and you match the answer properly. Only then, after that, you can proceed it. Let us see question number 3. It's a very interesting question. Excuse me. Number 3. A gulab jamun contains sugar syrup up to about 30% of its volume. A gulab jamun contains sugar syrup up to about 30% of its volume. Find the approximately how much syrup would be found in 45 gulab jamun, each shaped like a cylinder with two hemispherical ends, with length 5 cm and diameter 2.8 cm. Okay. A gulab jamun contains sugar syrup up to about 30% of its volume. And the shape of the gulab jamun is gulab jamun each shaped like a cylinder with two hemispherical ends. Each shaped like a cylinder. So I am making one gulab jamun. Like this cylinder having both hemispherical end. Okay. This is the shape of gulab jamun. It is given that with length 5 cm and diameter 2.8. Length 5 cm and diameter 2.8 cm. Okay. "45 gulab jamuns, and the question is containing sugar syrup about 30%. Find approximately how much syrup would be found in 45 gulab jamuns. Okay. So by the way, the question is, hope you have understood. This is the shape of gulab jamun, which is having a cylindrical shape, mounted two hemispherical ends on both sides. The diameter length of the gulab jamun 5 cm, diameter is 2.8 cm. And like that, how many gulab jamuns are there? There are 45 gulab jamuns, and each gulab jamun is containing 30% of its volume sugar syrup. And we are going to find the total sugar syrup containing 45 gulab jamuns. Okay. So first thing, what should be done? We have to find the volume of a gulab jamun, which is multiplied by 45, then which is multiplied by 30%, 30 upon 100 of that. Okay, and that would be the answer. So first of all, volume of, we are finding here, first I am writing here, since diameter of gulab jamun is equal to D is equal to 2.8 centimeter. Therefore, radius R is equal to 2.8 divided by 2, 1.4 centimeter. Okay. And here the length of gulab jamun is equal to 5 centimeter. Okay. Is equal to 5 centimeter. This is R, it is R, and this is H, height of cylinder. Length of gulab jamun is equal to 5 centimeter. Therefore, height of cylindrical portion is equal to 5 minus R, that means it is 1.4, 2 multiplied by 1.4. Because it is total 5, 1.4 plus 1.4, 2.8 minus 5. So 5 minus 2.8, it is 2.2 centimeter. So height is equal to 2.2 centimeter. It's okay. Now start finding volume of a gulab jamun. Volume of a gulab jamun. This gulab jamun is made by one cylinder and two hemispherical ends. So right here, volume of cylinder plus volume of sphere. Because when you join two hemispheres, the volume is same, the volume of sphere. I can write here. Okay. Volume of cylinder pi r square h. Volume of cylinder pi r square. Radius is 1.4 square h. Height of cylinder 2.2 plus volume of sphere 4 upon 3 pi r cube. Radius is same 1.4 cube. Okay. Is anything common from it? Yes, pi is common and 1.4 whole square is common. So I'll write here pi 1.4 whole square common. Here it is 2.2 plus 4 upon 3 and 1.4. 4 upon 3, 1.4. Okay, that means pi 1.4 whole square, 14 into 14, 1.96. That is 2.2 plus 14 4 ja 56, 5.6 upon 3. So it is pi 22 upon 7, 1.96. And here I'll take LCM. This is 3. 22 multiplied by 3 is 6.6 plus 5.6. 6.6 plus 5.6. So 22 upon 7 into 1.96 multiplied by 12, and it is 12.2 upon 3 centimeter cube. Okay. This is volume of a gulab jamun, or I write here 22 upon 7 into 1.96 into cancel by 3, 3 4 are 12. No, but it will not be cancelled. Okay, so will remain as it is. Will remain as it is. We are not going to cancel it. Upon 3. This I have written as it is. This is what? Volume of a gulab jamun. And how many gulab jamuns are there in that? There are 45 gulab jamuns. Okay, so right here volume of 45 such gulab jamuns is equal to 22 upon 7 into 1.96 into 12.2 upon 3 multiplied by 45. Multiplied by 45. Now this 45 is cancelled. 15. Okay. And after that, we are going to find the sugar syrup. This is the first line of it. Find approximately how much sugar syrup would be found in 45 gulab jamun. Okay. So the amount of sugar syrup in 45 gulab jamuns is equal to 22 upon 7 into 1.96 into 12.2 multiplied by 15 multiplied by 30%. That means 30 upon 100, because amount of sugar syrup 30% is required for each. Okay, so this is 1 0 cancel. Here I can cancel 7. By 7, 7 2 ja 14, 7 8 ja 56, and 5 3 ja 5 2 ja, and by 2 it is 6.1. So that means it is coming 22 multiplied by 0.28 multiplied by 6.1 multiplied by 3 and multiplied by 3. Okay, so when we start multiplying it, 3 3 are 9, 22 multiplied by 9 multiplied by 0.28 multiplied by 6.1. So the answer is coming 338.142. So approximate 338. Okay, 338.146. Result is 338. Okay. So this is the question what I have done. First I found the volume of a gulab jamun multiplied by 45 and then multiplied by 30%. 30%, that means 30 upon 100. Okay. So that is question number 3. After that, After this question number 3, I am taking one question number 4. Question number 4. What is it? A pen stand made of wood is in a shape of a cuboid with 4 conical depressions to hold pens. The dimensions of the cuboids are 15 centimeter by 10 centimeter by 3.5 centimeters. Okay, 15 by 10 by 3.5. Cuboidal shape. by 10. It's a cuboidal shape. 15 by 10 by 3.5 centimeter. 3.5. Okay. 15 by 10 by 3.5 centimeter. Radius of each of the depressions is 0.5 centimeter and the depth is 1.4 centimeter. And how many these depressions are? It is given that 4 depressions in it. Total there are 4 depressions. Okay. 1, 2, 3 and 4 depressions are there. It is in the shape of they are in the shape of cuboid. Sorry, they are in the shape of cone. So given that the radius of the depression is 0.5. Radius is, this is 0.5 and height is, what is height? Height is 1.4 centimeter. Okay. All dimensions are there. Find the volume of the wood in the entire stand. We are going to find the volume of wood. The question is clear. This is a cuboidal block. It's a pen holder, 1, 2, 3, 4 pen holders in it. Okay, and they are in a depression in the shape of cuboid. Their radius of the top is equal to 0.5 and height, that means the depth of it is equal to 1.4 centimeter. And the dimension of this cuboidal block is 15 centimeter, 10 centimeter by 3.5 centimeter. We are going to find the volume of this cuboidal box. Okay. So for finding the volume, of pen stand, volume of pen stand is equal to volume of cuboid minus 4 multiplied by volume of a cone, volume of a conical depression, It's okay. Volume of cuboid minus 4 multiplied by volume of a conical depression, right? Volume of cuboid, length into breadth into height, simply I'll write here L into B into H, minus 4 multiplied by 1 upon 3 pi r square H. This is a formula. L into B into H. 15 into 10 into 3.5 minus 4 multiplied by 1 upon 3 pi r square 0.5 square into H is 1.4. Okay. So calculate it. 15 times 150 multiplied by 35. Okay. So may I multiply it here? 15 5 75, 7, 15 3 45, 45 7 52. 525 with 1 0 and decimal after one number, so 525 minus. Here what should be done? 4 multiplied by 1 by 3, 522 upon 7 into radius 0.5 multiplied by 0.5, height is 1.4. So this 7 will be cancelled, 0.2. Here is, okay, the value of pi is not given. Value of pi is not given, so we can put here 22 upon 7. 525 minus, you can calculate here, 5 5 is 25, 25 2 is 50, and 54 is 100. 100 multiplied by 22. Okay, see all multiplication done here. 5 5 is 25, 25 2 is 50, 54 is 200, and 200 multiplied by 22, 4400. Got it? 5 5 is 25, 25 2 is 50, 54 is 200, so it is 22 100. No, 5 5 25, 25 2 is 50, 54 is 200, 200 multiplied by 22, so it is coming 4400. After decimal, 1 number, 2 number, 3 numbers. So I'll write here 4.4. Is it okay? 4.4 upon 3. That means 4.4 upon 3 is coming here. 525 minus, is that okay? 4.4 upon 3. 3 1 is 3, 1.34 is 12. It is coming to 3 6 is 18. So 1.5 I write here, approximate 1.5. 525 minus 1.5, 523.5 centimeter cube. Okay, 5 5 10 3 4 5 523.5 centimeter cube. Okay, so that is the volume of pen stand. After this question, I am taking next question of it. I'm taking question number 5. Fifth question, a vessel is in a form of an inverted cone. Its height is 8 centimeter and the radius of its top, which is open, is 5 centimeter. It is filled with the water up to the brim when lead salts, each of which is a sphere of radius 0.5 centimeter, are dropped into the vessel. 1/4 of the water flows out. Find the number of lead salts dropped in the vessel. Okay, a vessel is in a form of an inverted cone. This is question number 5. Vessel is in a form of inverted cone. So vessel is in the form of inverted cone. Height 8 centimeter and its radius, which is open at the top, is given 5 centimeter. Okay. It is filled with the water up to the brim when lead salts, each of which the sphere radius 0.5 centimeter, dropped into it. Lead salts radius is equal to 0.5 centimeter. Okay. It is filled up to the brim. Okay. Then 1/4. Okay. Now listen to what is the question. It is a cone. Radius is 5 centimeter and height is equal to 8 centimeter. Lead salts of radius 0.5 centimeter are dropped into in it. And this cone is filled with the water up to the brim. Up to the brim, what does it mean? Even if you are going to add one drop in it, then the drop will be flows out from that. Okay, that means it is filled up to the brim completely. Start dropping lead salts in it. 1/4 of the water flows out from it. During that time, we are going to find that how many lead salts we have dropped in it. Okay, so that means we are going to find the number of lead salts. And for that, just let me tell you what's the outline of it. First of all, we are finding the volume of cone, 1/3 pi r square h, because 1/4 of water flows out from it. So volume of cone divided by 4, this water flows out from it, and this amount of water is equal to the total number of this amount of water is equal to volume of total lead salts which we have dropped into in it. Okay. And finally, we have to write here the number of lead salts is equal to 1/4 of the volume divided by volume of a lead salt. Then we get the number of lead salts which we are going to dropping in it. Okay. Sorry. So let's start. First of all, so given that height is 8 centimeter, radius is equal to 5 centimeter, volume of a cone is equal to 1/3 pi r square h. So therefore volume of a cone is equal to 1/3 pi 22/7 r. Pi I am writing here pi only because this pi will cancel. Pi r square, radius 5 square into h is 8. 5 5 is 25, 25 8 is 25 8 is 200. 200/3 pi centimeter cube. It's okay. After that, 1/4 of the water flows out. 1/4 of volume of 1/4 volume of cone. 1/4 of volume of cone is equal to 200/3 multiplied by 4 pi centimeter cube. So it is coming 50/3 pi centimeter cube. Is it okay? This is what 1/4 of the volume of the cone. This amount of water has flows out. Okay. After that, as given, now we are going to find the volume of a lead salt. Volume of a lead salt. Lead salt is in the shape of a sphere. Therefore, the volume of lead salt 4/3 pi r cube, radius 0.5 cube. 5 5 is 25, 25 125. 4 multiplied by 0.125/3 pi. 5 4 is 20, 2, 4 2 is 10, 4 2 is 8 to 10, 1, 4 1 5/3. So finally it is 0.5/3 pi centimeter cube. Is it okay? What is this? This is the volume of a lead salt, and 1/4 of the volume of a cone, that means the water flows out from it. After that, number of lead salts is equal to 1/4 of the volume of cone upon volume of a lead salt. Okay. 1/4 of the volume of cone or the volume of water flows out, that is 50/3 pi upon 0.5/3 pi. Pi cancel, 3 3 cancel, it is 500/5, that means 100. So number of lead salts is equal to 100. Okay. So that is question number 5. After this question, we are taking question number 7. After this, question number 7, it's also a very interesting question. What is it? Just let us see. A solid consisting of a right circular cone of height 120 centimeter and radius 60 centimeter, standing on a hemisphere of radius 60 centimeter, is placed upright in a right circular cylinder full of water, such that it touches the bottom. Find the volume of water left in the cylinder if the radius of the cylinder is 60 centimeter and its height is 180 centimeter. So this is a system. One is a hemisphere. On the hemisphere there is a cone. Okay. So making a diagram, A solid consisting of a right circular cone of height 120 centimeter and radius 60 centimeter. Height 120, radius 60 centimeter. Standing on a hemisphere of radius 60 centimeter. Same radius, standing on a hemisphere. Like that. Okay. So also 60. So this is a solid. Placed upright in a circular cylinder full of water. This is placed in a cylinder which is full of water. Okay. So that is placed in a cylinder like this. Which is full of water. Now let us see its height and radius. And height of it is equal to 180 centimeter. It is 60 centimeter. Is it okay? And the question is, find the volume of water left in the cylinder. Find the volume of water left in the cylinder. That means we are going to find the volume of these spaces which are left in that cylinder. Okay. So we are finding the volume of water left in the cylinder. Okay. Here one thing is that 60 centimeter is the radius of all. 60 centimeter is the radius of base of cone. Same as 60 centimeter radius of base of cylinder. And 60 centimeter is the radius of hemisphere. Height of cylinder is equal to 180 centimeter. Height of cone is equal to 120 centimeter. And this is the solid which is placed upright in a cylinder. Okay. All dimensions are here clear in the diagram. So especially I am not writing here. Height of cylinder 180 centimeter, radius of cylinder 60 centimeter, height of cone 120, radius 60, and radius of hemisphere is equal to 60 centimeter. Okay. All unit in the form of centimeter. Question direct I am writing here. Volume of water left in the cylinder. Volume of water left in the cylinder is equal to volume of water left in the cylinder is equal to volume of cylinder minus volume of cone plus volume of hemisphere. Is it okay? Volume of water left in the cylinder is equal to volume of cylinder minus volume of cone plus volume of hemisphere. Volume of cylinder. I'll put the direct volume of cylinder pi r square h, pi r square. Radius of cylinder 60 into h. Height of cylinder, that is 180. Minus volume of cone 1 upon 3 pi r square. Here the radius of cone is 60 and height is 120. Plus volume of hemisphere 2 upon 3 pi r cube 60 cube. Is it okay? That means pi 60 square and pi 60 square. I want to take common pi 60 square from these three terms. Now it is 180 minus pi 60 square common 1 upon 3 multiplied by 120 plus pi 60 square common 2 upon 3 multiplied by 60. Okay. This 3 4 ja and 3 it is 20. So it is coming pi 60 into 60 3600 180 minus 40 and minus 40. This is actually minus sign. When you multiply this minus 2 plus, it is also minus sign. So what is this? Minus 40 and minus 40 minus 80, 180 minus 80. In the next line I'll write here. Pi is 3.14 or 22 upon 7, anything we can write here because the 7 is not cancelled by it. So I am writing here using the value pi 3.14. So pi 3.14 multiplied by 3600 and multiplied by it is 100. Okay. So 314 multiplied by 36. 314 multiplied by 36. 6 4 is 24. 6 4 is 24. 2 6 1 is 6 2 8. 6 3 is 18. 4 3 is 12. 3 1 is 3 1 4. 3 3 is 9. 4 10 12 13 10 1 11. 11304. 11304 and 11304 with 1 2 3 4 0, and after decimal there are two numbers. Okay, so this is coming 1130400. Okay, 36 with 20, it is 100. I have multiplied it by 36 with 3.14. 36 with 3.14, 113.0. So okay, this is the number, and then we are using 113. Decimal is here from here 1234 centimeter cube. Okay, and if this centimeter cube we want to convert into the form of meter cube, because it's a very big quantity, and you know that 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So that means this decimal will be shifted 1 2 3 4 5 6, 1.1304 meter cube, or in the form of liter we want to convert. So we'll write here 1 centimeter, 1 liter is equal to 1000 centimeter cubes, so divided by 1000, 11304, 11304 liters. Okay, so we can convert it any of the way. Either you can leave it here only, or this 1.1304 meter cube, or 11,304 liters. Okay, so this was the question number 7. I hope the remaining questions you will solve in your notebook. And in my next lecture, part 4, we'll have to start next exercise, that is 13.3. Till then, bye. Thank you.